Sigma males are some of the most efficient workers, loyal friends, and devout partners out there. Having a Sigma male in your team, your company, or your life can be an extremely valuable asset, but it comes with a price. If you get under his skin, he will not think twice about leaving. So in this video, we are going to reveal 9 things Sigma males absolutely hate, which you should avoid doing at all costs when dealing with them. And by the way, if you find some cool insights in this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to Thinker Guru for weekly content about the psychology of different personalities. Let's get into it. Number 1. Never give a Sigma a direct order. You know those guys who stand up and start walking to the kitchen to do the dishes, and on their way you call for them from the other room, "Hey, you still haven't done the dishes yet, go do them right now." And they go, "Well, now I'm not gonna do it." Yeah, these are Sigma males. Whether you're their partner, friends, or boss, avoid practicing authorities over Sigma males, because there's nothing they hate more. And I'm not saying you should just allow them to do whatever they want whenever they want. Instead, try to find persuasive ways and appeal to reason with their own personal interest in mind, while also giving them responsibility. And also give them a proper time window to finish the task. Something like, "Hey, can you please do the dishes before 5 cause that's when I finish work and I'll start cooking immediately because we're both gonna be starving." Or, "Hey, I know that you're reliable and that you care about this company, so I trust you with the responsibility of finishing this task within deadline." Do this and watch Sigma males transform from stubborn, non-conformists to reliable assets. Number 2. Sigmas hate the status quo. They don't follow rules just because they're there. They question everything and think for themselves, designing a personal code they live by, which they spend a lot of time and effort developing. They absolutely hate the word tradition and never do things they find pointless just because their parents and their grandparents used to do them. And if their code doesn't include that, they can skew away from law. You may find that the majority of male college dropouts are Sigmas because they logically break down the value they're getting from education versus the time, money, and effort they invest in it. And if the equation doesn't balance, they will leave. They won't do something just because their parents and peers say it is the right thing to do. They have to be convinced for themselves. Number 3. Sigma males hate lying. In fact, they can often be brutally honest and unintentionally offensive. People lie to make themselves look better, to hide a mistake or a failure they've made, or to protect someone's feelings and spare their pain. Sigmas don't really care about any of these things, so they just don't have a reason to lie, and they relentlessly judge anyone who does. They have pragmatic views on life, and they don't sugarcoat stuff to make it sound better. They tell it like it is, and if it hurts someone, well, too bad, it's still the truth. The thing is, they don't mind hearing the truth themselves, so they don't give these filters of politeness and esteem as much significance as others do. They're humble, so they have no regard to title or status. They have a mindset that goes, the only reason there has to be a guy who tells children Santa doesn't exist is the guy who told them Santa does. They hate television and propaganda, and they often try to educate people to think for themselves, ask questions, and find out the truth. Number 4. Sigmas hate wasting time. Look, if a Sigma is chilling and he doesn't really have much to do, it's the weekend or he's on vacation, cool. He doesn't mind wasting hours or even days for the sake of his happiness and mental well-being. But if he's in the middle of something and he's got a lot of work to do right now, and you take his time by starting an argument or by being distracting or causing him any kind of problem, that is the best shot you have at driving a Sigma male furious. "Don't waste my time" would perhaps be the collective cry of all Sigma males in the world if they were asked to express the most bothersome frustration. Sigma values their own time and resources above everything, and they hate for an argument to last too long because they view it as an inconvenience in the way of their peaceful life. They're often very accurate when describing time, saying things like, "I'll be there in 7 minutes" or "I need to wake up at 6:35, and they're never late. Number 5. Sigmas hate fashion and trends. You'd often find very little on their social media profiles, and they're completely oblivious to all the Instagram trends and TikTok dances. To them, these are all desperate tools to try to fit in with everyone. And as we've said, they don't care about fitting in. They'll wear jeans from 3 years ago if it still fits them, and a funny-looking ice cap that makes their ears warm. Sigmas are more attracted to natural beauty, and they shy away from cosmetics and over-the-line clothing. They view people who do this as insecure or trying too hard to impress others, something Sigmas definitely look down to. Number 6. Sigmas hate exaggerated emotions and lack of reason. Sigmas often find people unreasonable, and they don't shy away from saying it. "You're being completely unreasonable" is perhaps the most uttered collection of words said by all Sigma males around the world, because they're logical thinkers themselves and they're masters at controlling their emotions, and they can often find other people acting upon their impulses or feelings illogical or unreasonable, and it irritates them. But if you're a Sigma male, hear me out. Humans are not made out of reason. They're made out of emotions, habits, hormones, instincts, and yeah, a little bit of reasoning. You have the ability to separate all these other things and act reasonably, but not everyone does, so recognize when someone is acting on their feelings or instincts and respect it, or else you're gonna come across as cold or insensitive. Number 7. Sigma males hate routine. They value their life and know their self-worth, so it would drive them crazy if they just keep doing the same thing every day again and again. They'll lose interest, and I hate to be the one breaking this to you, but Sigma males will leave if they lose interest, and they lose interest fast. At work, keep them intellectually stimulated with new and challenging tasks, and give them space to grow and carry more responsibility. And in a relationship, try to come up with a new date idea and suggest new things to try out in bed. If you capitalize on this, you can actually play it to your advantage, because like I said, Sigmas are some of the best workers and most devout partners. Number 8. Sigma males hate talking for no reason. Unless they're with a group of super close friends whom they're comfortable chatting with about all kinds of nonsense, Sigma males prefer being the silent one in the group for a few reasons. 1. They don't feel the need to receive social validation, so when strangers talk, it's usually a show they put on to communicate to other people that they're eloquent, well-informed, or educated about a certain topic, or that they're funny or kind, or whatever good picture they want to paint of themselves. But Sigmas, they don't really care about what people think of them. 2. If you're talking, you're not listening, and Sigmas love listening. And 3. Many people talk because they have to say something. Sigmas talk because they have something to say. They often say things like, "I don't really know," "I haven't thought about it," or "I'm not informed enough to have an opinion on this topic." They're not afraid to show that they don't know. They're not afraid of being judged, and they'd rather stay silent than talk nonsense. Number 9. Sigma males hate giving up. Life just cannot break a Sigma male, and that's a fact. They're the best natural survivors out of all male personality archetypes. For an alpha, when a task gets too complicated or time-consuming, the first thing they think is, "Whom can I delegate this to?" For a Sigma, they think, "How can I get this done?" They rely only on themselves, and they adapt their skills and learn new things to get the job done adequately. It's common for a Sigma male to make a bold career shift or travel to a foreign country and thrive in their new position. They see everything as a challenge, and they will swim oceans and climb mountains to avoid saying, "I couldn't get it done." This, however, can sometimes actually be a character flaw, because they know they will survive no matter what. They can sometimes walk away from good opportunities too soon. For example, if a Sigma male owns a company that's not performing too well, his thought process might be something like, "Even if my company fails, it doesn't matter. I can still probably be CEO to that other company, and I'd be making more than enough money." So if you identify as Sigma, make sure that just because you know you will survive doesn't mean you should give up on things too easily. It would also be smart to surround yourself with other people that would advise you to keep going.